I've been messing around at 9 response curve, trying to make it feel comfortable. Currently, I've made it feel playable. In order to do that, I've been messing with the Per Optics, and while I was messing with the Per Optics, I've learned something about the Per Optics that is not obvious. Each of these numbers, there are 3 values at each of these numbers, and it affects the 100th digit that is not being shown. I'm currently at low 4-4. Low 4-4 feels slower than default 4-4, which feels slower than high 4-4. In order to get to these numbers, for the even numbers it's easy. You're going to want to have your movement dead zone set to small and your menu cursor speed set to this, to just make this annoying process more tolerable. I go down to this, and then I go up to the value that I want to be at. I'm currently at default 4-4, and if I click slightly behind it in the orange bar, I can move it visibly to the left. And now I'm at low 4-4. I can do the same thing to the right of it and make it a high 4-4 if I want to. But it has to be very close, and once you see it move, you've actually moved. I'm now at high 4-4. There's a difference between both of those. The even numbers are easy to do because you can go to a default, you can go to the middle value like this by going to 0.2 and coming back, but the odd numbers are more difficult to adjust because you can't go to a default odd number. But the way I've been able to actually adjust the odd numbers is by going down to the default line. If it's a low odd number, it will be a 1.1 that is being completely split by the default line. If it's the middle odd number, it's going to be difficult to show. If it's the middle odd number, it's going to be slightly split by the default line. I'm currently at a high odd number. I'm at high 1-1 because it's not being split by the default bar at all. And if I click again, that's the middle odd number. And then if I click again, there should be one more where it's completely split. That's how I've been doing this. There's a difference between all of these. There's 3 values, and they all feel different. Especially when you're up in these values, like all the way up here the way I am. The weapons I use to set these Per Optics is I use the 30-30 with a 2x, or a 2-4, and I try to make it so that the 2x feels almost like it doesn't have any aim assist, because if it ever does feel like there's a speed bump on the character, it's going to really disrupt how this weapon feels. And I just use each optic with the 30-30 to see if I can actually use this weapon and be precise with it comfortably. And then I use a pistol. I use a P20 with an HCOG, and just see if I can approach the character comfortably, essentially. This is the strength of my input. This is the strength of the aim assist. I hope that makes sense. It's really difficult to demonstrate. There's more nuance to this. I don't really know how to quickly explain this though. I'm currently at a 2-5 acceleration pattern where the second block through the 5th block are more than the first block, then the 6th block is more than the 5th block. That makes a 2-5 pattern. If my ADS is above 33, the strength of my input is too strong. It then feels abrupt, but it's difficult to demonstrate that. It's just something that I feel and notice when I'm playing the game. It's really difficult to talk through. I think I spoke about this before and I have it saved, so I'm probably just going to cut to a previous recording when I was adjusting these and trying to make sense of all of the changes and decisions I was making while I was choosing this setting. The strength of my input is either 33 or 29. It's 33 at 4-4 or it's 29 at 5-4. 29 is the minimum because if I go below 29, the strength of my input is too weak to be able to recoil control weapons consistently. This is the strength of my input. This is the strength of the aim assist. If I go to 34, I have to go down to 40 to try and make the fact that my input feeling abrupt is like less disruptive to gameplay, because 34 is too fast for this acceleration pattern. 33 at 4-4 has a little bit too much aim assist, and I kind of struggle on the edge of characters. I can still get trapped on the backside of a character's momentum, and it feels like I need to rely on extra to help me push to the character, but I don't want to rely on extra, because extra makes the game feel weird. If I'm ramping up to 34, then the strength of my input is going to reach a point where it's too abrupt. I tried playing at 32 and ramping up to 33, but nothing at 32 feels good, because 32 is, it does not multiply. This times this needs to be 145 minimum. If 32 at 4.5 is 144, and that means it's too slow to play the game, and when I'm playing the game I notice the fact that I'm way too slow to do certain things. Every aspect of my input feels slow because I'm playing at a base speed of 144 when I'm playing at 32 at 4.5. 29 at 5.4 is the only other. But I can play at like 29 at 5.2, I can play at 29 at 5.4. It doesn't really matter. It's all basically the same up there. What I'm trying to do with the 5.4 and the 5.2 is make the cushion on the edge of the character smaller and weaker, so that my weak input can push through the aim assist consistently, and I can get myself on target in the way that I can't consistently get on target when I'm playing at 33 at 4.4. It's playable. This is playable, but I don't like how it feels because it's not comfortable. I'm not comfortable when I'm playing this because all I'm doing is trying to disguise the fact that 9 response curve struggles to interact with the aim assist in this game. My per optics are set to a low 4.4, a low 4.7, a high 4.4, a low 4.6, a low 4.7, a low 4.9, a low 4.9. I'm done. I'm going back to 8 where my dead zone is slightly too high. Because that's all I'm basically doing here. All I'm basically doing here is trying to make 9 curve feel like 8. But I can't make 9 curve feel like 8 without having extra being added to the game. And when I add extra, it feels strange. I'm done. I'm done with 9 curve. No more 9 curve.